Hi friends, it's Vidya from Backyard Garden Highlights. Hope you guys are doing great today. Today I'm pretty excited to show you guys how the May garden looks in my backyard. So let's get into the video and enjoy the garden too. Let's start from here. This is a new climbing rose I planted this year, and the rose name is Perfume Breeze, and it really looked amazing. It looks like a wisteria hanging flower, so I really loved it, and I bought it from Walmart for $10. So I'm pretty excited, and I just planted this year in the in ground because I planted two climbing rose in pot, and the squirrel damaged early spring, and I thought they will recover, but they are almost dead now. So I thought I will just start planting the climbing rose in ground rather than pot. So you can see already there are buds are there, so I'm pretty excited. I didn't really expect them to bloom for the first season. Usually the climbing rose take at least a couple of years to really do well, but whatever it comes this year I will take them, so I'm pretty excited about that. And the next one I have is Hydrangea. I think I have to check the tag, Prout and Shout, something like that. I will check the name and put it in the screen, but that's a hydrangea. I thought they will bloom this year, and I heard the dead branches, actually the brown branches, I thought they are alive because they started making some buds last fall, but everything completely died and they're coming from the ground. So I don't know if this is going to bloom this year or not, but I'm very happy that I planted at least one hydrangea variety, but I have two numbers because my husband wants to really enjoy hydrangea. So I'm hoping to have this bloom sometime soon, so he will enjoy the garden too. And similar to last year, I planted a lot of petunias as a border garden, but last year I planted white colors fully as a border plant. This time my husband said he wants to see full of colors, so I just planted some assorted colors from petunias. After planting the petunias, I just mulched them. So what happened is, I think it was almost 30 degrees Celsius, so they started burning. I think I should have at least left some open space. I think they started really impacted with the heat waves as well as the the mulch. It produces a lot of, I think, black color. It attracts a lot of heat. So but after that we are having good rain almost 7 days in row, and they are recovering back. So I'm pretty excited. They are just CTBT now, but I'm really excited to see how they look as a mature plant. And then I have a double Columbine. I'll show you how they looked really pretty when I bought them. This is their first year in the garden. I just added another variety, but I do have couple of Columbine that I started from seeds in winter sowing a couple of years back and transplanted last year, and they have been really amazingly doing well in the garden in this raised bed. Especially I loved how the leaf really adds a vibrant lime green color during the non-season as well. This is my first year. I have had huge number of Columbine. You can see they completely smashed on my rose. See, allium I planted be a smaller, but they could not get the sun. You can see the bud actually twisted to get some sun. That's really beauty of the nature. So they want to have more sun, so they just curved into the soil and then taking sun bath in the open area, then sticking with that inside Columbine plant. And this is Moonlight in Paris. Unfortunately, due to the rain, I couldn't really spray the BT spray, organic spray. So budworms or the rose legs are enjoying my plant. Especially this plant got really damaged, so I'm very sad about that. Just have to make them healthy by spraying or protecting them from the worm. And you can see I couldn't even see my another rose, and lot of aphids, and you can see lot of damage from these worms. So today I will be spraying them so they recover soon. But this is not a good sign for rose. You can see all kinds of aphids and the budworms. this is really very bad for especially spring season. I usually save them from insects, but unfortunately I cannot spray the BT spray during the rainy season because that have negative impact on the ecosystem. So I definitely want to have a responsible human being, so I didn't spray that. So I had to sacrifice some of my spring flush in the garden, but I think that's okay. Rain is stopped now, so this weekend my first thing is I'm going to attack these things so I can save my plants from these infestation. And you can see how beautiful. I really loved seeing these many Columbine in the gardens. So pretty thankful and happy having this plant. But I think I have to move this plant to some other location because definitely my priority is my rose plant. So I have to give them some different location or different home. I have to decide on that. And this is Love and Peace Rose, and I want to share you some good experience. When I say good experience, it's really a learning for me. I had a lot of mulch over the base during the winter and I did not remove them early February when it started having hot summer like weather during the day and cold weather during the night. But I noticed they started dying. I was clueless what's happening. So then I realized that amount of mulch I had like huge pile of mulch around the base. I think that was the reason. When I removed it, they started recovering, but I lost a lot of canes that was produced last year. So the plant is now looking really good. They recovered very quickly and produced a lot of new canes, but this was really damaged with my negligence or maybe not having awareness. But I think next time I need to make sure I'm removing any overly mulched area for plants because they suffer root rot. And this plant also you can see suffering with the aphids, which I'm going to tackle soon. Plant I have is twilight zone. Last year canes and all the new canes came this year, and I can see one cane is going really tall. So, and I'm really happy to see the buds. They are really thriving and flushing out their spring growth for the first year. So I'm pretty happy. And they also got slowly infected with the aphids and I think some budworms or rose legs also. So I have to take care of them. But otherwise this plant has come out really good this season. And I'm happy about seeing a good amount of spring flush. I expected these kind of spring flush from the other rose plants, but unfortunately I did a mistake and I'm just learning from that. And then one more allium, I'm waiting to get that but open up, so I'm pretty excited about that. And this is my Coco Loco rose, and you can see Coco Loco rose also almost smashed by this Columbine. After the spring bloom is complete, I really love. See, look at this. So I don't want to lose this beautiful display and enjoy the garden. So I'm just enjoying the spring blooms and I'm planning to trim them so it doesn't bother my rose plants. Anyway, so this is my first Coco Loco rose for the season. I'm pretty excited and I'm very happy because this plant also completely damaged with I mulched up to this bud union and I didn't remove it, and you can see they started dying actually almost, and after I removed it they are recovering. You can see strong canes are coming, so I'm very happy. And you can see the buds are all over, you can see. So pretty excited. I didn't lose much of the bloom. At least I could see 10 buds already for the Coco Loco, and they actually recovered so fast. I think they are a really fast growing plant. And this is how my pink salvia looks. This is one of my favorite plant here in this garden, and it's a perennial. And this year I divided them, so one plant, two plants. You can see there I transplanted, so they are still rooting. So you don't see the same amount of growth here, but I think next year it's going to be really amazing at the same time. But they will bloom this year as well, so it takes a couple of weeks than the parent plant. And here I have another Columbine, and this is also I planted from my winter sowing, and this looks pretty small size and little delicate lavender outer with a beautiful milky yellow. So I really love how they look. And ta-da! This is the first one to bloom in the garden, the double knockout rose. They are really a wonderful plant in my garden, and they are my best motivational plant. So as a beginner gardener, you always look for something promising, and I planted this knockout rose maybe 4 or 5 years back from the clearance sale from Lowe's for $5, and you can see the amount of growth they have put and the amount of gracefulness they bring to the garden with this beautiful vibrant color. I really love this. Look at this. They are filled with full of buds. I can't wait to see them burst, but they are really amazing, and they really came with a huge size rose this year, unlike the last time. So I'm very happy, and I'm very glad that this plant is one of the centerpiece for my garden. Alright, next one is distant drums. I think I jinxed myself. This plant gone through the worst damage than any other rose plant with my mulching strategy. So I didn't remove the mulch. The weather started, daytime weather priced really like summer weather. So I had a lot of huge cane up to this size, but I lost everything, and they are just recovering back. So you can see all the new growths. They are just coming from almost from the bottom. I lost all these big size canes that I had last year. That's unfortunate, but I think I should agree that that's all part of the learning or gardening. And this is candy turf. I don't know how to pronounce it, but that's a perennial plant I planted from clearance sale last year, and last year they just got smashed with all the petunias and pink salvia. I forget actually I planted this plant, so they really bloomed this year very well. So I was really excited to see how a perennial plant can be act as a ground cover. They are just maybe 4 to 6 inch tall, and they spread across 2 feet. So I'm thinking I should really plant this as a border plant. So every time I will have something, I think around April, with a beautiful display. But I think they just stayed for maybe 2 weeks. Now they are gone. I don't know if they are going to bloom again. I will trim these, so I will see if they can provide another flush, but let's see. Next 2 plants that I have here is blue salvia, the tall one, and they really look great with rose. They are companion plants, so I planted them. Only thing is, last time I planted here and they occupied this entire space and they smashed on this love rose. This time I don't want them to suffer with that. So this double knockout rose is already established very well, and they are tall. So I'm hoping that these 2 plants, even they fall on this double knockout rose, they are not going to be impacted. I'm fingers crossed, but they are going to be really amazing. And this is my love rose, and I really love how they look. But a couple of years back they got damaged with drought, and they are still recovering, but this year I think they are doing much better. So I'm very happy. You can see they have really amazing pretty velvety red color, and they are a cut flower, so they really look amazing. Let's look at the transplanted pink salvia. You can see they are just at the ground level. They also got impacted with mulching, but they are recovering, and you can see they are just sprouting, so it's delay. And this is another blue salvia that I transplanted from the other raised bed to here. I do have one more salvia here, so my goal is to have a lot of salvia. Next one, I am pretty excited, guys. I didn't really expect that mini rose is going to do this much well in the garden. I'm really excited. You can see this mini rose has survived the winter, and they produce a lot of buds. I'm excited to see how they are going to look. amazing. I'm huge success with the mini rose. I bought for $2 or $1.50, and look at this. This was the white color, I believe, and it even came in a big size. And you can see insects, so I had to really take care of them, otherwise these beautiful leaves are going to be damaged very soon. So I'm just going to smash them today. But you can see how much beautiful growth they have put up. And this is another mini rose, and they are doing okay, not great. You can see how much huge difference in the size. They are itty bitty. This is another mini rose. I'm really impressed. This is another mini rose, and all the petunias are just taking over. And this is another mini rose. Yeah, of course I lost at least 2 mini rose. You can see this did not come and this did not come, but I think 80% success is great. And this mini rose I planted late fall, so you can see, wow, how pretty they are. I couldn't even believe they are mini rose. They are like a big rose to me, so I'm happy that I bought this for $1.50 and they survived the winter. I took their decision that I will plant them in the ground after late fall, but they are really amazing. I'm very thankful for these plants. And this is my first year growing these alliums. Even after checking the plant profile, I misjudged and I planted all these alliums as a front flowering plant. But I think looking at the giant size, they are almost half of my height or maybe more than that. So I should have planted them in the back, but I'm hoping to move them later. But they are one of the favorite plants this spring for my husband. So he really liked how they looked. He enjoyed watching this pretty flowers. And I'm so happy to look at this. They are after even blooming. They are, I think, going to the seed. I heard that they are aggressive self-seeder too. I will try to see if I can manage that. But I'm very happy how they look. And this is spent flower. And let me show you another flower that is not fully spent yet. This is how they look. And I'm super happy that one bulb produced 2 flower buds. And this was the first one to bloom, and you can see this is already going to seed. But really love how they look. Here is my banana tree. Basically we use the banana leaves for spreading the food and eat, because when you serve the food hot in the banana leaves, nutrient borons, that's going to be helpful for the gut. So I don't have much details, but feel free to Google it. The other benefit is it enhances the food flavor. We love it. I'm pretty excited. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. That's pretty much about this raised bed garden tour today. I will share some more garden tours in the upcoming videos. Enjoy your weekend.